Never, never, never die. 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 Never die.
Fuck you.
All right, it is Wednesday, 8:03, and before I get into today's podcast, I want to thank Blackstone Labs for sponsoring this podcast, and you can get 20% off your entire order at blackstonelabs.com. That is 20% off your entire order, blackstonelabs.com. Look, you're trying to get jacked, you're trying to get shredded, you're trying to put on muscle, whatever it is you're trying to do, Blackstone Labs can help you. And you get 20% off your entire order, blackstonelabs.com. Look, proteins, branched-chain amino acids, pre-workouts, thermogenics, weight gain, weight loss, muscle building, muscle breakdown, muscle recovery, whatever it is you're trying to do, Blackstone Labs can help you. And you get 20% off your entire order at blackstonelabs.com. Just use promo code B2the4thpower at checkout and get yourself hooked up. That is blackstonelabs.com, B2the4thpower checkout, 20% off your entire order. Also, to CH Concrete, serving the San Francisco Bay Area. That is CH Concrete, serving the San Francisco Bay Area. No job too big, no job too small. Residential, commercial, does not matter. CH Concrete can help you. And look, patios, walkways, driveways, foundations, sidewalks, it does not matter. CH Concrete can help you. Like I said, just mention the Angry Dad, and they'll take care of you. That is CH Concrete, serving the San Francisco Bay Area. All right, now let's get into today's podcast. I want to talk about open communication. I want to talk about talking and speaking. And it's the holiday seasons, and everyone's always worried about, what's going on, holiday depression, speaking out to those, reaching out to those, your loved ones. And you know what? I always try to remind myself to call those I love, to reach out to those that I care for, and talk to them on a regular basis. I'm very poor at it. I do attempt to, I do try to, but this year I'm making more of an effort to, especially during the holiday seasons, because you know what? Shit gets crazy. Shit gets out of hand. And sometimes people just need to speak. Some people just need to talk. Some people just need to hear that you remember them, that you think of them, that you still love them, that you know that we're living our own separate lives, but I'm still here. I still care for you. I still think of you, and I still respect you. We're just all living our own lives right now. We're all living in this weird freaking moment in time, because it is honestly a weird moment in time. And with this weird moment in time, it's like, where do we find the time for others? Where do we find the time for us taking a mental break from our own stressful life to be able to sit back, relax, reminisce, talk about the old times, talk to your friends about what's going on in your life, talk about what's going on in their life, and just communicating back like that. You know what I'm saying? When we was growing up as kids, you take it for granted because you can do it all the time. You have all the time in the world. You don't have to work. You don't have to worry about nothing. There's no responsibility. So when you get to have those moments and times when you hang out with your best friends and your friends and those around you, your relatives, your cousins, those are the greatest moments of your life because you don't have to worry about shit. You don't have to worry about the next day. You don't have to worry about the bullshit and stress of life. You're just enjoying that moment in time. And we need to do that more often. We need to make a time for that. We need to make time to do it. Whether we schedule it, whether it's spur of the moment, whether it just happens on its own, we have to do that. You know what I'm saying? Because it's such a relief. It's such a breather. It gives you a sense of what it was to be you. You know what I'm saying? For those who really know how to talk to you, those who know how to really speak to you, those who you can really communicate on that honesty of a level where it's like you guys don't have to hold nothing back. And those are the moments and times that I miss the most with my friends, is because it was like nothing could stop us. Nothing could get in our way. We were just having the greatest times of our lives. And the thing is we're still having the greatest times of our lives. The only thing is our priorities are different. We're not worried about like school and like relationship. No, we're worried about our families. We're worried about growing up. We're worried about being successful. We're worried about if we're not spending enough time with our family or spending enough time in our job or putting enough effort into what we're doing. And that's one of those things that I want to make sure that people understand this. Look, it feels great to reconnect, to recommunicate, to just acknowledge those and those times that we had growing up. And it's important that we speak to our friends, speak to our family, keep those connections, because those connections keep us grounded. It helps us to remind us why we do what we do. All right, because sometimes we lose our path, we lose our thought, we lose the things of what we're doing. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes it's all about making money, and it's all about being successful, and it's all about making sure that we have everything that we want. But the thing is, you need to remember. You need to remember what it is to have family and friends, those around you, those you can spend your time with, those you choose to spend your time with. That's the most important thing in this world. I've worked my ass off. I've worked hours on end, never see nobody else fucking, I go to work, I come home with just enough time to eat, sleep, and get ready for the next day. And after years of doing that, I found it not to be the path that I want. It's not what I choose to do. It's not what I choose to want. It is a way that could lead you to success, but it ultimately burns you out to the point where you don't have a chance to enjoy success. And success to me is the ability to enjoy my friends, enjoy my family, be able to talk, communicate, sit down on a couch, barbecue, drink a beer, sit in the yard, fucking sit across the table, have dinner, speak, talk, do all these things that bring joy to us. All right, you understand what I'm saying? That's what I love. That's why I feel I'm successful, because I found a medium to it. I found a way to be able to do it. And like I said, I'm not the best at phone calls, but I'm definitely making sure that I am better at phone calls. I'm picking a day, and I'm just going to communicate to everyone that I want to, because it's the facts of life that we need those connections. We need those mentions. We have times and the abilities to enjoy. You know what I'm saying? I'm always creating. I'm always thinking. I'm always posting. I'm always working. I'm always trying to do what's the next big idea, what's the next big thought. But the thing is, in the back of my head, it's always like, I need to call this person. I need to talk to this person. I have family I need to reach out to. I did the same thing today. I called my mom. Just out of the blue. Talked to her, had a good conversation, talked about work, talked about me, talked about her, talked about what's going on. And those are the things that we need to do more often. We need to not push them off, or not push them away, or not put them off. You hear what I'm saying? Because a lot of times we always make excuses to not call people, or to not talk to people, or to feel like, oh, they don't got to want to talk, or they don't got time. It's like, look, it's not going to hurt you not one bit to fucking make a phone call or shoot a text like, hey, can you talk? Can we, let's meet up. And like I said, we're so used to the dead narrative of texting where there's no emotion, there's no thought to it. And then we just kind of exchange words that mean nothing because there's no voice or emotion behind it. But the thing is I'm trying to make sure that I don't do that anymore, that I make more of a conscious effort to speak to somebody, to really fucking grab them so they can hear my emotions in their voice. I can hear their emotions in their voice. And, I've had great conversations like the last couple of weeks where I talk to people and all of a sudden, we're talking for an hour. We're talking for 30 minutes. We're talking for 2 hours. It's those kind of conversations that I miss having, and having that connection with my family and my friends. And so if we don't do it, then we don't pass on that trait. And when I mean pass on that trait is, look, our kids don't learn to call. They don't learn to speak. They don't learn because they just, let me just send a quick text message. And like I said, no emotion, no thought, no none of this. All right. I understand our communications between our wives and our kids and immediate family, but we can't do that with our people that are on the outside of our lives. They don't see us. They don't talk to us. They don't hear from us for months. All right. Because that's just how it goes. We go months without seeing family and friends that are normally around all the time. And those are the people that we need to speak to. Those are the people you need to talk to. Those are the people you need to communicate with the most. Because like I said, everyone going through a hard time. Everyone's going through a rough patch. But the thing is a nice conversation can really bring somebody out of that. Somebody can be having a bad mood, but a great conversation with a best friend, your brother, your sister, your mother, your favorite cousins, your road dog, whoever it is to you. Those talks and those conversations can really bring people's days up. And that's a conversation that we need to have with those. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I talk to my son, I talk to my daughter. I really try to make sure that I make this conscious effort to speak to everyone around me and not just send a text message and not just send a dead conversation and not fucking sit there and just be like, ugh. You know what I'm saying? And I just want to make sure that people understand that. I want to make sure people do that. I want to make sure that that, to show that you care and you love for somebody, it's not a text message. It's going to be a phone call. All right. Phone calls are a little impersonal, so even if you do a face calls are just as fine. The FaceTime, all right, or whatever the dual app or whatever, face communication time it is or whatever they call it now. But the thing is we need to more of a conscious effort to speak to our family, to speak to those, to speak everyone to those you really care for. Because look, we all have our close-knit circle, our close-knit friends, and I just want to make sure that I'm making a conscious effort. So that's why I'm doing this podcast, is so everyone else can either see me say I'm doing this or see that I need to do that too. that I need to speak to those. I need to speak to my family. I need to get the word out that, during these holiday times, we can't really see each other, coronavirus and all that fucking bullshit. You know what I'm saying? We just completely went back to purple. So we're just completely revert back to on lockdown. That's just how I look at it. But with this time happening and these things happening, we need to make sure that we actually speak to our loved ones. We need to talk to those that we care about and make sure that they know it. We acknowledge it. They acknowledge it. And our lives can go on. And when I mean our lives go on, it just leaves a happier feeling, a happier emotion in you and in them. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nothing wrong with a little high and a little bye. All right? So guess the fuck what? This is the Angry Motherfucking Dad. You want to watch this shit? IGTV, YouTube. You want to listen to this shit? Spreaker, SoundCloud, Stitcher, Spotify, Google Play, Apple Podcasts, Podbean, SoundCloud, Deezer, iHeartRadio. This motherfucker's everywhere. You can easily fucking find it. Rate, review, like, subscribe, all that fucking bullshit. Part of the SIP Network, a group of powerful podcasters. SIPnet.us is our website. It'll take you to every one of our podcasts, every one of our websites. It'll link you to every one of the podcasts in the network. And when you get into that network, you can actually see what we are, who we are, and what we're doing. All right, so that's SIPnet.us, slightly irregular podcast network. That's the podcast network I'm a part of. Also to blackstonelabs.com, B2the4thpower. Check out, get yourself hooked up. All right, when you get yourself hooked up, proteins, branched-chain amino acids, pre-workouts, all that shit. You can easily get yourself hooked up, get yourself in shape, put yourself in the mood, put yourself in the right frame of mind, get your body, your mind right. And Blackstone Labs can help you with 20% off your entire order. Just use the promo code B2the4thpower at checkout. And also know you can use that code multiple times. So it's just not a one-use code. You can use it multiple times. Also to CH Concrete, serving the San Francisco Bay Area. That is CH Concrete, serving the San Francisco Bay Area. Also to, we have new I Married a Bigfoot merchandise. This is one of our new shirts. All right. Check it out. You can get it at tpublic/AngryDadPodcast. There's also going to be links and all that shit in the bio. So you can get yourself hooked up. There's a 35% off sale right now. So you can guys get yourself hooked up on some premium shirts. That's tpublic/AngryDadPodcast. Get yourself hooked the fuck up. And with all that said, I'll see y'all motherfuckers on the next one. Fuck.
Never die. Always living. Always living. Always living. Always living. Always living. Always living.